talk for a couple of minutes about benchmarking and productivity. I can't think of any industry that's productivity has changed so much in the past, let's say, 50 years as the cleaning industry, or has the potential of changing, which creates a problem really for benchmarking, because now that we have different ways of cleaning, for example, we're changing to day cleaning, which is a whole new approach. We're able to clean the carpet differently because we're using a different pile type than we used to have. We're also doing floor work differently than we used to because we're not waxing the floors anymore. We're using a floor finish system and it works very successfully. There's a whole change in using the mops today, which is microfiber mops, which are much more efficient. We're not dust mopping floors anywhere near as much as we used to because we're using vacuums for the floors. And so we're seeing a whole different productivity scheme. And then what came along? No smoking. And that did away with a lot of the dusting we had to do. It did away with a lot of the wiping, emptying ashtrays. And so we've gone from when I started in the industry in 1970, we were at somewhere around 1,200 to 1,500 square feet an hour. And now we're heading up in the 4,000 to 5,000, and we're doing seminars called the 10 Steps to 10,000 square feet an hour, which is the new approach that we're looking at. And we're seeing a whole different change because we're seeing reduction in labor and increase in equipment. And this is something people need to look at when they come to the ISSA show or the shows that show what's new and what productivity levels will change in their company by using different types of equipment. Equipment that can be leased instead of having to be purchased, and tying the service agreement to the lease. And so doing benchmarks becomes a little difficult because every type of building is different in productivity. A manufacturing plant's going to be different because in many cases it's 3 shifts a day, 24 hours a day, 3 shifts, and it's 7 days a week. Whereas a high-rise office building is going to stay at 5 days a week and a single shift with a day porter, or 2 or 3 depending on the size of the building or more. And so it's very difficult to come up with a benchmark that we can say is equivalent for everything. Bathrooms we can do a benchmark for in many cases because they are similar, but of course based on the total number in a building is going to depend on the size of the building. But I see, and the exciting thing to me is that we are going to eventually have equipment to be a greater percentage of the cost of cleaning than labor. And that is going to come in the future. Whether I'm going to be available in that future, I don't know. But I would like to try, because that's what I love about this industry, seeing some incredible changes that are going to change life for everybody down the road. Thank you so much.
On the next educational quick clip, Bob DiStefano discusses the power of video marketing.